right. Well, welcome back to the Nerd Dose Radio podcast, where you're going to get your daily dose of nerd content for the week. I'm Kyle, and I'm joined here by friend, classmate, I guess, Zach.
Yeah, that works. How's it going, Kyle?
Living life, So I was studying earlier, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Kong. Been very hyped about this movie.
You're very excited.
Yeah, I've been very excited about this movie. I was very disappointed it got pushed back an entire year because of COVID.
We love COVID.
Yeah. And we'll also be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Kind of what I thought on that. Yes, we know we're like one more episode until the finale, but we haven't really had the chance to talk about it. So this will be a perfect time too. One thing I wanted to try something new is kind of like discuss any kind of media we watch, like a book we've read, TV show, or a new movie we've seen. Kind of just whether it's like a rewatch or whatnot. So what'd you watch, Kyle?
So what I've been watching just some random animes right now. This is like obviously in my realm of the world, I guess, because I know you're kind of not in there yet, but dabbling in it.
Yeah, I have a foot in the pond, I guess you could say, just a toe.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Experience, I guess you'll say. So one of the ones I've been watching that everyone has been keep telling me about is called Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't really remember the premise, but I think it's pretty much this guy, he got interacted with like some devil, and then like something happened where they tried to open a thing up, and then something fucked up happened, and he ate this finger, and this finger was able to give him superpowers. And he tried to defeat a monster, and now the monster kind of takes over his body. It's pretty good so far. I'm only halfway through right now because I'm so busy with school.
How many seasons is there?
Only one season right now.
Okay. That's not bad.
But I think actually they released the second season just recently. I think in the past 2 months or so, if I'm correct. But I'm still behind.
Yeah.
All of my brothers have been telling me to watch that, and I'm like, I really should watch that. And another one I just watched is called, I think it was like To Your Eternity. I saw this on TikTok because TikTok was like saying this anime is so good, it's gonna make you tear up.
It's a TV show?
It's another TV show, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much, I think there was this being or something like that came to Earth, became a rock, and then the rock got moss and became a rock with moss, and then it was so weird. And then it became a wolf after. And then the wolf...
Of course.
Yeah, I know, right? This anime random crap, you know? And then the wolf... Because there was a wolf that, like, laid on the rock. And then once the wolf died because it got injured, then it turned into the wolf. And then the wolf went back to its owner. And the owner was trying to figure out... because he was all by himself. And he is trying to find where his parents are or something like that. It was weird premising. But then eventually... Spoiler alert, if none of you guys have watched it, I'm sorry. He dies. The boy that took care of the wolf, that was the wolf owner, he died eventually. But then the wolf became the boy. Which is so weird. It's really weird, but it was really dramatic and it was really sad, and I kind of teared up actually. So
interesting.
And I'm really excited about it. I've heard, and I see the reasoning why people are saying why it's so good. So
have you heard of Primal?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I can't remember if it's on Amazon or Netflix, but it's the same creators of Samurai Jack, and there's no sound or dialogue in the show. It's just, I think, a man and a beast communicating back and forth.
Really?
And I guess it's very dramatic and very intense. So my friend watched it and he said he loved it. So I never liked Samurai Jack growing up.
What?
Probably get some hate for that.
That was my childhood.
But
I was on Adult Swim.
Yeah, I know. But this one kind of seems pretty interesting. Another thing I've kind of been watching is Schitt's Creek. So me and my girlfriend have been pleasantly enjoying that. We're already halfway through the series. Quite the binge. Other than that, just keep staring at my book of Dune. Keep thinking I'm going to read it one day, but here I am. What?
Is it big? Like,
yeah, it's like 500 pages.
Oh, it's a graphic novel?
No, it's a book.
Oh, like a legit book?
Yeah, legit book.
Oh, shit. You read?
Sometimes, when I get the urge. I like to buy books, but then when it comes to reading, it's another story.
That's true. I guess it's the same thing with me where I bought manga. I think the last time when I went to Barnes & Noble, I bet the manga Sells at Work Code Black. Because pharmacy students, and we're learning about
the biology-based one.
It's a biology-based anime, which is awesome, and I love it. I bought the 2 manga, but I never read it yet. But like I watched the episode, so like that they released, and it's the same thing essentially. It's just interesting because it's just funny how I can use that essentially to help me learn in pharmacy school. You know, it helped me learn about freaking erectile dysfunction. They held a whole episode dedicated to that stuff. So
I love erectile dysfunction.
Oh, it's a fun one. But hey,
we constantly keep hearing about that in class, don't we? Mm-hmm. One class specifically.
It was in our foundations class where we talked about
nonstop. For 1 week, we talked about erectile dysfunction. I swear.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna rewatch the episode," and it helped me. Yeah. And then I remember, I think there was a couple questions.
Was that the episode you put in the group chat?
It was that episode.
Okay, I never watched that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, and it's funny. It's for me, it's like relating pharmacy and then anime, which is my passion. So like, I love. It's like a good combination of those two worlds. So. Yeah.
And one thing I also because I keep up with pretty much all the news with TV shows and movies. Amazon's coming out with a Lord of the Rings TV show.
Oh, like a legit one?
Yeah, like a TV series, and its budget is $465 million, I believe.
Crap. Do you know how much the budget was for the actual like movies? If you know,
like in the hundred millions. So this is being recorded as the highest budget for any kind of movie or TV show. Avengers Endgame had the highest budget for a movie, and that was $360 million.
Whoa.
Game of Thrones had, I think roughly their last seasons was about $15 million each an episode. Mm-hmm. Times that by 10, you get only $150 million a season. This is $400 and like roughly $65 million
for the whole
for the first season.
Dang, do you know how many episodes are they
Or I think it's the whole series, either one. But yeah, I know they already have I think it's roughly 3 seasons. It's probably going to be about 10 episodes-ish.
Probably like hour long.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
But the fact that it's jumping this much. I've been hearing about this Lord of the Rings TV show for 5 years.
Oh really? And now it's coming out.
Now it's finally you're hearing more about the production. Mm-hmm. But they announced it easily 5 years ago. I remember the second year of undergrad when they were talking about it. I was like, awesome.
Damn. Is it gonna have the same characters that
I have no idea. It's so in the dark.
Really? That'd be interesting. Because I personally I have never seen Lord of the Rings, but because weird thing with me is I'm not really into Middle Earth stuff or whatever for some
medieval.
Yeah,
I don't like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, ugh. Don't come for me, guys. I know Game of Thrones is hyped, even though I heard about the last season wasn't really good, depending on who you are.
That needs its own episode.
Yeah, well, I would have to watch that first. So give me a month or so.
Are you ready to do Godzilla?
You want to do Godzilla?
Yeah, I think you had an intro for Godzilla, so you can. I'll let you go off a little bit.
I guess I'll just stuck with this. I don't know if you guys remember from our last podcast that one of my degrees was in Asian Studies. During one of my classes that I took, I actually learned about their origin of Godzilla, and pretty much the origin of Godzilla is pretty much from when Japan was bombed with the atomic bomb from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and Godzilla is pretty much this metaphor or allegory to the atomic weapon, so the atomic bombs.
Yeah, the atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just a little cool allegory thing, and it's.
Were you able to watch any of the older movies?
Yeah, I actually we watched the whole movie in one of our classes.
Which one?
The original one, made in Japan. Yeah.
Very nice.
I guess a little very funny story is when I was watching that movie, I got an email, and that email, it was telling me that I got accepted into pharmacy school.
Oh, it's connected.
It was really connected. I was like, that's really funny because well, we're talking about Godzilla. I just remember oh shoot, this is when I got accepted when I got that email saying that I've been accepted. So it's just a really funny connection with those two. So
there's a clip from Godzilla versus Kong, from the original movie, where you see, I think, Kong shoving a tree down Godzilla's throat.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? I was really hoping it'd be in this movie, and it kind of is, just a little bit.
Just a little teaser. I don't remember. Well, then again, I just watched it last.
Yeah, you watched it this morning.
I watched it in the morning. Yeah,
because he was gonna shoot his atomic breath, and then he put the handle of the axe in his mouth.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was. Okay. I don't know if that was a tease, but that's what it reminded me of.
Damn. And again, it was in the morning because I watched it, but I was studying also during that time because I had an exam. But yeah, so I just had to rewatch it just for this episode, and it was pretty good. But I have a lot of things to say about this.
All right, Kyle. Let's just your initial thoughts. What were they?
It's It was good. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, do I want to rate it now, or should we just...
We'll rate it at the end.
Let's rate it at the end. Okay. What I'll say, like, to be honest, it was good. The storyline was kind of meh, in my opinion. I just liked the fighting, to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing as me. And pretty much what everyone's been saying about this. You're going to go to this movie and you're not expecting to be moved by the characters. No, you're going to see two giant kaijus kick ass, beat each other up, and just hope to God there's going to be some great action. It's just as loose as it comes. Nothing. I thought this storyline was even worse than King of Monsters.
Out of previous one?
Yeah, and I don't know why. I really do like King of Monsters. But
you like that better than the Congress?
They're on equal levels. Same with Skull Island, Kong Skull Island, which I recently watched last week. So that was a fun rewatch. I missed that movie.
That was a good one, and I liked all the people that were in it, because like Tom Hiddleston was in it, right?
Yeah,
and
Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson
for no reason. Like,
oh my gosh. So we have a couple notes.
Yeah. Well, like mine's kind of interesting, I guess. Like, because. It was funny, like, I remember that Bernie guy, he had his own podcast, which is the Titan Truth podcast, and I'm like, what the hell? But, like, all of his stuff was just about conspiracy theories and all that stuff, and, like...
Alright, that character...
Yeah?
Garbage. The whole kid story, also stupid. Garbage, stupid. They could have wiped that entire side plot, and it wouldn't have changed the movie whatsoever. That's what bugs me. I'm like, if you're going to create a little B plot... At least make it somewhat interesting. No, it wasn't even that. It was just stupid.
Like they were just trying to find because it was whoever played Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
I forgot her name. I feel
she just had to be in this movie too.
Pretty much. And I totally forgot that the mom died, and I didn't remember that. So that's my bad end. But yeah, and then the guy that was from Deadpool 2 was in it also.
Yeah, the kid.
The kid, yeah.
Yeah, these are good actors. They're just wasted away in a garbage script.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, pretty much that whole subplot took me out. Like, I don't care about them. This isn't interesting. Just give me Godzilla and Kong.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things I liked about this movie is that it made Kong like a character.
You got character development.
Yeah, you got definitely. Like, Godzilla, like, his last two movies, he was more of, like, a reckoning. You never really you never got a character out of that, which is fine. It worked for the stories, but this one, Kong was like his own character. He had his own feelings, he had his own motivation, I guess you could say, and I thought that added way more than what Godzilla was added his past two movies.
Yeah, because like I learned a lot more from Kong, and like the connection he had with the girl that was deaf. Who
I like that.
That was cool. I loved it also.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that done that. Like have that connection with the child, but this movie didn't overplay it or anything like that.
It made it just right.
Yeah, it wasn't dumb. It was pretty perfect.
And I felt bad for her because like I don't know, like she was so nice to Kong, and it's like,
and then she's pretty much getting manipulated.
Exactly. It was, and like continuing with that plot. I don't know. Like I like the Hollow Earth. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. That was. To me, I felt that was kind of pointless, but like I understand it on the other end. And for some reason, it always gave me that stupid Journey to the Center of the Earth vibe.
Yes.
Like, you know, that movie with, who was in it?
Brendan
Fraser and Josh Hutcherson or whatever.
Yeah.
It gave me some of like those weird vibes where like they're going to the center of the Earth.
I got that
more
too.
about it stuff, and I'm like, okay, is this just like a part 3 of it? Is there any relevance?
Yeah, I feel like it could have been way more dumb than what it was. Like the whole stupid ships can make it through the gravitational pull and blah blah blah.
They had to make like a whole ship out of it, right?
Yeah,
like to make sure they don't screw up. Like
like that. Just dumb plot points again. But I thought it was kind of cool. The lore, I appreciated a little bit of the lore.
Yeah, that was
kind of finding more about Kong,
like where he came from and all that.
I thought it was kind of cool, and then he kind of ends back up there at the end.
Essentially, yeah, because like when they
kind of wraps the story.
Yeah, when they first like enter the Hollow Earth, like they were pretty much following Kong into where he used to live, and like I didn't really know he had like a legit throne in like one of those areas.
Got a broken axe just laying on the ground.
I know, but that axe was pretty. He used it pretty well with that fight that happened. But I was like thinking, is there like, do you think we would get more of like why he was there, or was it already previously explained?
I thought we were going to get more kind of like on his like ancestors a little bit.
Yeah,
more,
like a
we didn't.
backstory, like of where he originated from.
Yeah.
Because all we got was like that's where he lived, and
Yeah,
then
or where he's from.
Exactly. We didn't really get a lot of it, but like, I just thought about that stuff.
I guess enough lore for the movie.
Just a tease, I guess.
Yeah. I really hope they continue this MonsterVerse.
You think?
Yeah, I don't care what they do with it. I just want to see more Godzilla.
You just want
or more
fights.
Kong. Yeah, because they're getting really good with the fights. I think definitely an improvement from the last movie.
Yeah, the last movie was. This was pretty good with like the fights, especially the. Well, there was two fights. The one fight between Godzilla and Kong when they were like on the water.
Okay.
That. What do you think? What was that?
All right. We all know that freight ship cannot hold Godzilla and Kong.
That was kind of.
That's so fucking stupid. That bugged me a little bit. I'm like, okay. Oh wait, why am I even giving this a thought? Just turn off my brain and enjoy the action.
Exactly. That's all I did throughout that freaking scene. Is like, okay, he's on a ship. I understand that like probably the ship, they probably manipulated it to hold Godzilla or not Kong. Sorry, I keep switching the names. But it was so dumb.
It's funny. Like out of the 8 years that Godzilla has like been existed, they're still trying to use like military weapons against him. Like they
keep shooting him.
Yeah, they keep shooting him. He's just wiping him out, no problem. Like the closest thing we came to a weapon against Godzilla was Mecha Godzilla.
Ooh, that Mecha was crazy.
I like his design. His design was a little decent. But that stupid line, "It's a robot Godzilla." No, it's Mecha Godzilla. That was stupid. Stupid.
Because it's literally because I know in like Japanese language they just call whatever robot is mecha. Because like
do they?
That's like their or I think I'm like 75% sure that's where the origin is from. Like there's those mecha animes. It's the same kind of thing where mecha is the robot, like Gundam for example.
Yeah.
But that design was pretty cool with Mecha Godzilla. That fight also was really interesting.
Which one?
The fight between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped. Which is another freaking stupid thing.
You think?
Let's just dump whiskey on the control panel.
Scene. Oh my god.
Like, first of all, let's have this 16-year-old guess a password for a multi-billion-dollar company. And then, that doesn't work. Let's add something more stupid and have him dump whiskey on the control panel.
Yeah.
When already half the control panel is destroyed.
It was so stupid, and why did they just think like, let's put whiskey on it? And
I know, it really bugged me.
No, that was stupid. Like I felt like there should have been more something to spice up a little bit of it. But literally, all he did was pour. It was like Bernie's whiskey.
Yeah,
that
Bernie's
he got
whiskey
from like his wife or something like that who died, and like just stole it from him and just like yeeted the freaking thing.
Stupid. Like. I could write something better than that.
Honestly, like I would make it a lot better doing something else instead of
like I said earlier, you're not going for this movie for the storyline, but at least make the story like the characters are somewhat human story somewhat interesting. Don't make it stupid like that.
Oh my god, I can't. That was.
And they got rid of Tywin Lannister. Do you remember from the last movie the old guy with who got the third Ghidorah's head?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's such a good actor. He should have just stayed in this movie instead of giving us a whole new villain.
Oh, my
God, he's so awesome in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's a villain in Game of Thrones. And he does an amazing job. So the fact they had him in the King of Monsters and they couldn't have brought him back. Which reminds me, Kyle Chandler also wasted in this movie. God. Hey, let's keep introducing stupid characters when we already have somewhat decent ones in the universe. I love Kyle Chandler. He's a great actor. I loved him in Friday Night Lights, a bunch of other shows.
Game Night.
Game Night's a great movie. And you've never seen it.
I've seen Game Night.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Night's hilarious.
I don't remember Kyle Chandler from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. That's, Grey's.
Yeah, but in his role from Godzilla and Kong, you barely saw the guy.
Yeah, he just showed up just to see his daughter, and that was it.
That's all he did. It was like, oh, is my daughter alive? I hope so.
Yeah, why aren't you answering my texts?
Exactly. Or when I think that Kyle Chandler called her daughter, and it was like breaking up, and I'm like, okay, they just wasted what, like 2 minutes during that scene just to say like, oh, I'm in Hong Kong, I'm not dead yet, just so you know, whatever. It's just so pointless.
Yeah, I don't. It was. Yeah, he does a great job. I think he's a good actor.
He's a good actor for sure.
He really does a good job in pretty much whatever he's in,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I don't know why you bother introducing new characters and new actors who are just meh, like Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah,
Like that was a meh. I didn't know what that was about.
Mm-hmm. It was just there because like he was the one that made that Hollow Earth book or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I don't.
That's all I remember. And then the Serizawa guy who controlled the Mechagodzilla guy, the Mechagodzilla and stuff. Like it was so,
It's also dumb how they recreated that energy source.
because it was
Yeah, they're like, hey, let's not take the energy, like, let's not take the radiation back to Earth. Let's just copy it and then recreate it, which made zero sense.
It was so stupid. They were like trying to drill the thing out, and then they were going to try to analyze it, and then once they analyze it, that's how they're going to make it. I think.
Yeah, stupid.
It was
Stupid.
dumb. I don't know what the hell are they doing. It's just like hope for the best is pretty much what they're doing, I guess, right?
Yeah. Another thing I really liked about this movie was the pacing. Like, this movie flew by.
It did fly by, yeah.
It's pretty close to 2 hours. It doesn't feel like that at all. The
Doesn't
last
feel
movie felt pretty long.
That was really long.
Yeah, the pacing was a little off. But this movie, I felt like it kept us engaged enough not to, like, check our watches or anything like that. So
I feel like it was a lot of the fights, though, do you think? Do you
Yeah.
think a good majority of it was the fights, and that's why it kind of flew by pretty quickly?
yeah, okay, so that Mechagodzilla fight was only like 15 minutes, not even.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah. So,
And then there was the original Godzilla Kong fight in the water. That lasted, what, like...
hey, let's play dead. Maybe he'll go away. Also, another dumb thing.
God,
Oh,
that fight was weird. And then the actual fight between Godzilla and Kong in Hong Kong, that lasted a good amount of time. That was a really good fight. I love how it looked.
I'm so glad they put all their focus on that fight versus the one on, like, in the water. Because
Yeah,
the water CGI looked rough.
it looked weird.
Yeah, and it just... the action and CGI is definitely better from the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that fight with the lights with
That-
Hong Kong...
The cinematography from that stuff, oh, it was beautiful.
yeah, you got, like, some shots where you're in Kong's point of view where he's running and jumping on him.
Mm-hmm. It was a good fight. I loved it. I love the cinematography of it, how they they drew that stuff or like make it. Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it. Like, I don't know if you remember, there was one particular scene where pretty much Kong was on a tower and it was like his original position, like him holding onto the thing.
Yeah.
I think from the original like King Kong movies, I think they were like in New York or something. And
Empire State Building.
Yeah, and he's just holding on to that. It was pretty much the same
Kind
thing.
of a little nod back to that.
Exactly. It was very interesting. I loved it. And then I think what he did was dive into Godzilla.
Yeah, giving zero fucks.
That was like, fuck you, I'm gonna destroy you. Even though it was...
I swear we saw Godzilla, like, smile. Like, when he,
Yeah.
like, scratched him, or roughly in that same time frame. Like, he definitely kicked his ass, and he, like, smiled like, bitch, I'm ready for more.
Why would
Come
I
on.
do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again. So, who do you think won, Kyle?
This is hard to say. I think Godzilla won. You
I think Godzilla won.
Why do you think?
Just him walking away and like having him pinned down and like screaming at him. I feel like if he didn't win, he would keep trying. But to see him like literally turn away and go back in the ocean, he's like, "I'm done with you.
Yeah,
like,
fuck you.
you're not worth the time anymore. We all know I won."
I mean, like, he has that power of the freaking atomic beam.
Freaking Godzilla blew a hole through the entire Earth. Of course, Kong wasn't gonna win that fight. Come on.
Yeah, like, what would be your reasoning as to, like, how Kong would win, would you think, if that was a possibility?
I feel like Kong did a great job. Everyone thought, like, once you got close to Godzilla, like, Kong, that's when Kong would finally, like, kick ass.
Yeah.
But it seemed like in the movie, he kicked more ass when he was farther away. Does that make sense? Like, he definitely dodged the beams or the atomic breath quite a bit. And he would get a few blows on him.
Yeah.
But he never would stay in the vicinity of Godzilla enough to keep wailing on him.
True.
I don't know if that was like the right way to do that, but it was good enough for me. But I think maybe have him do something similar where he's like more closer up in battle.
Like close combat.
Yeah, that's how you're gonna kill Godzilla, or at least have a chance against him.
Is to get that? Did he? And he had the axe thing also. Or Kong did. So like, I feel like that kind of helped out.
Yeah,
but, like,
definitely.
Not as much.
He definitely needed a weapon if he was gonna go up against Godzilla
with the freaking beam, right? So it's like, and I think he used it to like protect himself from the beam, didn't he?
Yeah,
like,
charge it up.
Yeah. Was there like a significance to like to the axe itself, or it was just like a weapon of his? That
I think it was like an ancestry act. It was like in bones, so I'm assuming like his parents or like some type of relative used it in the past.
Okay.
Like you notice how like when he put it in the ground, like that beam that went around was the shape of Godzilla.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, you didn't see that? Oh man.
Shoot, I'm so bad at that. I gotta look at that again. Damn, now I can rewatch it again. Might as well.
It's a fun rewatch. I liked it just as much the first time.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch King of Monsters.
I think all of it's on HBO Max, though. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Before I cancel that, I don't know what else. I watched Snyder Cut or rewatched Snyder Cut. And now I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it on for Mortal Kombat. What would you give a rating?
So rating
out of 10.
Out of 10 for the whole movie itself, I'll probably do like a 6.5.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dang.
Only because like the only good parts were just the fight. Like the storyline was meh. Like all we learned was like freaking Bernie was like with two kids trying to figure out what was going on when they had that weird where he first saw the red orb thing and then the kids were there with the eye thing, yeah, and then they're trying to figure out the origin of it, where it came from and what they're doing with it. It was just stupid. The only reason for me it's a 6.5 was all the fight scenes. I didn't really like the fight scene in the water with Godzilla and Kong. I loved the Hong Kong scene, and the Mecha Godzilla fight was pretty dope. All that's it. Like, it was. That's all that mattered to me was just the action.
I like how it went from dark and then to light. Big time, 2 different fights.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if do you remember Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
Have you realized that every fight is always in the dark in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So I think what is it? CGI artists aim for dark atmosphere so the CGI can be not as perfect.
Oh,
but
that makes
sense. The difference with Godzilla versus Congo, you got Hong Kong lights. So the lights, they really had to be on their game, and they were.
Yeah.
I would probably rate it. I would say an 8.
Really? That high?
I was really excited for this movie. I don't think at all I was disappointed with it. I treat it like a Fast and Furious movie. If it's entertaining, do I give them like a good fist pump? Like, am I rooting for someone and I'm pumped up? Yeah, in a heartbeat, I'll give it an 8. Like you said, storyline garbage, but I'm not going to see the storyline.
You just only care about the fights.
Yeah, I just care about the fights. Who's gonna win? Maybe like a reveal, like Mecha Godzilla. Go from there.
To wrap this up, do you think that what do you think is gonna happen the next movie? What do you think is a possibility? Another fight?
Idea. I don't think they should fight again.
You don't think so?
Anytime soon.
I mean, like,
I think Godzilla needs another maker.
Yeah. Like another kaiju monster just comes out, maybe. Well, wasn't there those egg monster thingies that
Skull
they were?
crawlers.
The soul, yeah, but those aren't really.
Those aren't a threat.
Yeah, that's nothing. He can just squish them like a bug.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where they could go with a second movie. I hope if they go with another movie, it's not a sequel to this, but just more of another movie for Godzilla.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're going to keep outplaying Godzilla, though.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Godzilla.
Maybe they'll finally fix the human storylines.
Make it a lot better where we can focus on it instead of, like, not...
Okay, this movie, one thing that really bugged me from this movie... Sorry, I know we just kind of wrapped it up.
No. Final thoughts.
The last movie, it felt more of an impact. Right?
Yeah.
There was more at stake. You got to see more people. Like, it was more grounded. And then even 2014 movie was even more grounded. Yeah, that movie was even more grounded than the movie before. So you definitely got to see, like, how big Godzilla was and, like, the impact he had on people. And I like that. This movie, the stakes didn't seem as high, even though, like, they were fighting. Like, they were destroying a lot. You know? I don't know if that makes any sense.
I mean, I get it. It's just, like... From what you're saying is like there was a lot of people interaction, I guess. Whereas like now it's like less,
Yeah.
and then more fights.
Yeah. I guess you just don't get to really see the impact on these fights that they have on the rest of the world.
Like
they just fight and then they move on.
Exactly. Like a little bit of human impact, but then, like, especially with the girl, the deaf girl taking care of Kong.
Yeah, that didn't do it for me.
No, there was not even
enough for
anyone
me.
that, like, kind of related to Godzilla as much. Besides, like, Bernie and the kids, I guess, but nothing crazy.
No.
You want to move on to...
Falcon and the Winter
Oh,
Soldier.
my gosh. Where do we start?
I'll leave this one up to you. I feel like I talk most of the time for Godzilla. So.
No, I don't mind. It's fine. Should we just talk about yesterday's episode? Friday, this one that just came out.
What are your overall thoughts of it right now?
I like it. I have mixed feelings. I like it. I love the interaction between Sam and Bucky. I love the guy. I love both of them together.
Great chemistry.
Great
between the
chemistry
actors.
together. I love them together. I love how they interact. Especially there was that one scene for me that made it really funny. If I remember correctly,
couples therapy or something.
Was it
Couples therapy?
Yeah, their couples therapy thing. That was really funny to me. Where like literally their legs had to. The therapist wanted their legs to go together for no reason at all. And I'm like, oh my god, that's funny as hell. We're just talking to each other like legit face to face, and I just love how they were doing it, and I love the chemistry with them. I just hope, and I'm really sad that next week's the last episode.
Yeah, it was a very short series.
I know. It's like it was way shorter than WandaVision.
Yeah, but it's weird though because I'm pretty sure this show had more hours.
Like time wise.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like
this show kicked off right off the bat 45 minutes. Yesterday's episode was close to an hour. My thoughts is I like it, but it's nothing like amazing.
Like major.
Yeah, I really wish this series kind of like released before WandaVision, because WandaVision was definitely something different, and it seems like based on like the Loki trailers, that's gonna be something different. This is definitely like something we've already seen, kind of like the Winter Soldier.
It gives me like Winter Soldier, yeah, like the Captain America
just Winter like a Winter Soldier Part 2.
Exactly, where it's like more about super soldiers, and there's just another person that is controlling it.
Yeah, we've seen it before, kind of.
Exactly, which I don't mind. I wish, and I guess there's a lot of like empowerment, especially with, Sam was trying to become the next Captain America, but then he gave up the shield because if I remember correctly, he didn't feel like he was ready to be him.
Yeah, he didn't want it.
So that's why he had to give it up, and that's when we get introduced to John Walker.
Yeah, well, he knew America was going to accept a black Captain America. I mean, that first episode where he's at the bank, like right off the bat, he goes, "Oh, did you play football?" Like, come on.
God, stupid stereotyping.
Yeah, stereotyping right off the bat. And I'm like, no, man, this is an Avenger. You should recognize him.
Yeah.
He saved the world multiple times.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's,
I feel like that's a good premise.
Which I think they're doing well with this show, is they're definitely hitting those points.
Especially with like going on with like not having people not accept him because he's black. Hopefully, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I just want people to be sure. Like I guess that was a fear of him because that's what happened with Isaiah. Yeah. Like because he got injected with the serum, and then wasn't he gonna become?
So no, I don't think he was ever gonna become. He didn't know he was injected from yesterday's episode.
Yeah.
So he didn't know they had that like they were taking that serum and they're just pretty much guinea pigs. And one thing I saw from a video I watched today that I really liked that correlated was Isaiah Bradley. Like he got the serum, he saved people, and then he went to jail for it. And then you got John Walker, who got the serum, killed someone, and then got
away with it.
Yeah, got away with it. By the way, that's episode 4. Like that last shot is gonna be forever like iconic with the blood spilled on the shield.
Was it 5? Oh yeah, 4 for 4.
Yeah, we just finished 5 yesterday.
Oh yeah, sorry, I can't remember the times. But yeah, that scene was like
and he was gonna do it again.
Yeah.
To what is it, Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bucky. He was like, I'm Captain America, and was gonna bash it again on him.
Like, oh my god, he went crazy, and like all because of his partner died essentially.
Yeah, Battlestar.
Like, oh my god, like I'm scared of him now.
Yeah, like he said, like the serum just like comes out or shows who you really are.
The side effect.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, I also watched like another cool video today, a TikTok, whatever. Like you saw John Walker kept saying, "I'm Captain America. I'm Captain America. I'm Captain America." Steve Rogers never said he was Captain America. He goes, "I'm Steve Rogers. I'm Steve Rogers."
Because he's humble.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need someone who's a good guy. And
He kept bragging about how he is the new Captain America, whereas Steve Rogers didn't really care.
no, he just knew it was the right thing to do.
And I feel bad at the actor playing John Walker.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man.
Yeah.
If anything, you should be you should never hate an actor because they play a character.
Yeah.
Like, I think I told you this before. If anything, you should praise the actor because the fact that they're able to make you feel that kind of emotion or that passion, anger towards that character, it means they did a good job. Yeah. So, if anything, just think the opposite.
Praise them. Like, they are doing so much. This is why you're hating him. He's just such a good actor. And, like, I remember him in other roles that he played. I remember he was, like, in a Black Mirror episode. I think it was on, like, a 22 Jump Street, I think, also.
Yeah, 22 Jump Street.
Yeah. And, like, those were, like, meh things. But, like, whoever the actor is that played John Walker, he dedicated that, like, role to himself. And I'm proud of him for that. And, like, don't get me wrong. I hate John Walker. Like, from what he did throughout the whole series. But, like, I'm not going to hate him because I hate the actor itself. That's his job, essentially. And he's getting paid for this. Don't forget that. You're getting paid. Don't hate him. He's not doing anything wrong. He's doing his damn job. And you better appreciate how much time and dedication he is to doing that. I gotta praise him. I praise you. Thank God you're doing your job right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think Disney and Marvel, like, definitely prepared him. Like, you're definitely gonna get some backlash. Like,
be prepared
just
for
prepare for it. But I didn't think it was gonna be this much.
It was a lot. Like, I don't even know if, like, from WandaVision, we didn't get a lot of backlash. I don't think so. Yeah, any, like, actors or actresses? No. It's just only from this one, I feel like, is, like, where everyone's hating.
Yeah, who played Agatha?
Shoot, I forgot her name. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, everyone loved her even more after Like, people enjoyed her more after...
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn, yeah.
Oh, love her.
Yeah, everyone was, like, happy when... Well, you introduced her as a villain, like, the perfect way, like, in a little theme song. It's hilarious.
Agatha all along.
So I think the biggest thing that really gets me away from this series is, like, nothing has been very impactful for them as characters, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I told you this before, like, stuff just keeps happening to them. Especially, like, the last, like, 3 or 4 episodes. Which is fine, but it just, it feels like the Winter Soldier feels like, do you remember in the Winter Soldier where him and Natasha just go off and do their own thing?
Yeah.
And, like, stuff just happens to him. That's kind of what the last, like, 4 or 5 episodes it felt like.
It's
nothing
just
has
like,
been very character development or anything, except the last episode.
Yeah. No, I think last episode there was a lot more character development, especially we learned more about Sam and Sarah and his nephews. We got a little bit more stuff from them, but, like, nothing character development wise. I guess we also learned a lot more about Bucky from, like, the past couple episodes. Like, he had a grudge. Like, he killed one of the sons of a guy, and, like, is now, like, besties with him. He's trying to avenge, I guess, or I forgot, there's a term I can't remember.
He's trying to, like, make himself
make amends.
Yeah, make amends.
Yeah, which I understand, but, like, it's not really huge character development, I guess. But, like,
it's just a meh.
It's just a meh thing. I see what they're trying to aim for, though.
Like, if they constantly showed him having nightmares throughout the whole season, I think that would definitely have a bigger impact. But, like you said, that character with the old man, he showed up in the first episode, and then you never saw him again.
You're right.
So I'm like, what was the point? And, like, Sarah was or Sam's sister kind of was, like, throughout the show, I guess, a little bit sprinkled here and there.
Yeah.
But
nothing impactful, though.
Yeah.
Like, all they were doing was just pretty much fixing the boat that they were trying to sell, but now at the end they don't want to sell it anymore, right?
I think last episode was probably my favorite.
It was a good episode, yeah.
I like maybe episode 4 with the whole ending. This episode was very needed for these characters. Why else are you giving them a TV show? Unless you're going to give them, like, they need to be in a different place than when they started.
Yeah.
Like, clearly that's what happened with Wanda. Like, she literally evolved. But yeah, this show, like last episode, you got to see Sam train.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
I love that.
He was running on the right, had the left
The
side
left side
open.
on the left.
Yep, had the left side open. I love that.
We love the
It
good
was
reference.
just great nods. And I loved how him and Bucky were like, oh, let's just play catch with the shield and
Yeah.
have a good bro moment.
That was a nice moment, just between the two of them tossing the shield back and forth, learning about each other. Like that was a little bit of good character development, but
Yeah.
like that's all I've seen so far.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
like,
think we're going to see any more.
maybe next episode.
I think next episode is just going to be a giant action movie.
You think a big fight, like a huge fight?
Yeah,
like,
because
between everyone?
Carly, she recruited the villain or the bad guy, whatever.
The one that was from like the
first episode.
from the first episode, yeah.
Which is also, he was also the guy on the ship from the Winter Soldier. Remember that opening scene where Steve jumps onto the ship?
That was him?
Him and Steve were just having like a one-on-one.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it was really intense. Yeah, that was him.
I did not even know
Yeah,
that.
so that's
What?
kind of cool. Not a lot of people picked up on that one.
Jeez, how did you
Now-
know? How did you know from TikTok?
Yeah.
We love TikTok.
Yeah. I really want to rewatch The Winter Soldier.
I know. Now I gotta rewatch it. Maybe
What's the deal with Sharon Carter? Is she...
she's just still back in her own place. Whatever that Majapur or whatever.
So, okay, I was really happy like Zemo and Sharon Carter were being brought back. For
Yeah,
the
I liked.
series. No, and then I realized, I'm like, like Sharon Carter hasn't really done anything. One episode, and then just a bunch of phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Zemo, oh god, I love what they've done with him, but I also wish they would have done him more of a villain.
You think?
Yeah, because in the comics he's a schemer. Like that's all he does.
That's true.
24/7. He's not a joker, but he definitely always has a plan up his sleeve. He's very intelligent and very clever. Not the case in the show. Not at all. Maybe from Civil War, yes.
Yeah, Civil War he did a lot of
Yeah.
shit. But like the end of episode 5, he goes to Wakanda. He just get locked up, right?
I'm like, he's escaping. You would think he would have a plan. No, he's just ready to be caught by Wakandans. I just expected more.
I would have hoped that he would be involved with like the huge fight coming up next episode, like with the final thing. But I guess nope. He's just gonna go be in jail in Wakanda forever. I guess, which I feel bad unless something happens where he could.
I won't get your hopes up.
You don't think so?
No, his story is done with for this show.
Damn.
Now let's get a focus. Did you end up watching that post-credit scene?
Oh my god, I'm still gonna watch it.
Okay, so I'll tell you.
Just tell
what
me,
it
it's
is.
fine.
Yeah, so it's like John Walker. He's just building his own shield.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know if you know. Like in the comics, John Walker is the U.S. agent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my theory is like, or I guess not even a theory. He's transitioning into
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent, and I really hope. I hope they don't kill him off. I don't want to see villains killed off. I want to see him getting brought back, like Zemo.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing him in that iconic mask, even though it was for 30 seconds and we never got to see it again.
Mm-hmm.
It was still awesome.
It was a nice reference. Yeah. Or like going back to WandaVision. I mean, with Agatha, like once Agatha got captured by Wanda,
Yeah,
there was a potential thing in like the next movies.
she's
that she'll
coming
be
back for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's coming back in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So that'll be really interesting. So you think it's just gonna be a huge fight next episode? I know at the end of episode 5, Sam like gets that briefcase.
Okay, so as soon as he got that briefcase, like halfway through the episode,
Mm-hmm.
I kept on yelling at the script, "Open the damn briefcase! You can't keep teasing it."
They tease you.
Yeah, they tease us. They give it to us because you know it's a Wakandan. I'm like, I want to see the suit or the new wings. I'm ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And then I was like every time there was a new scene or a new day, like after he got the briefcase, I'm like, where's the fucking briefcase? I need to see it right now. Oh god. And then they fucking teased it again at the very end.
I know. They opened it and then it went to black.
I'm ready for that. As soon as like that episode drops, I'm gonna be online for my like Funko Pop because you know for a fact
That's gonna
they're
be
have
there.
one.
Your
Heartbeat.
Your Funko Pop addiction's gonna grow now.
They're making some cool ones now.
Yeah.
I used to think Funko was really dumb.
So like his old wings, he gave it to Torres.
Yes, which
So-
is also funny because Joaquin Torres is like the new Falcon
Mhm.
when he becomes
That's
Captain
right.
America.
Yeah. So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting. So do you think
They really teased that because they literally had a shot with his hands like on the wings.
on wing? Yeah, I think I saw
I'm
that.
like, come on, couldn't be more of a reference.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you
that would be
think
cool.
Do you think next fight they're gonna have the Falcon and Torres using their new wingsuits?
I want that, but I don't think it would happen.
No, I feel like something. I feel
It'd
like
be so cool if he came in like during the fight and like you see him on like Sam's wings. He's like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
fixed him up for you."
I have a feeling they might.
He's like, "Keep him."
He did. He
Yeah.
literally did say keep it. So like he's probably gonna fix that shit up, make it a lot better, or improve on it somehow. And they're gonna probably have a fight with the whole Flag Smashers and Carly. I think they're in New York now, right?
Yeah, they're in New York.
Ooh.
That's she's such a dumb villain.
You think?
Yeah, like I don't know. Did you watch Solo?
Solo, Star
From
Wars?
Star Wars, yeah.
No, I haven't.
So she's in that movie,
I
and
think-
she's like the exact same character as she is now.
Seriously?
Like kind of a villain, but then is doing it for the right reasons. So literally like the exact same character.
Seriously? That's very creative, I guess.
Yeah, Disney, right?
We love that.
All right, guys, that's our final thoughts of Godzilla versus Kong and kind of what we thought of Falcon and the Winter Soldier so far.
I'm excited. I can't wait for the last episode next week. So this will be interesting. I'm really excited for this huge fight. I hope all the things I've said is gonna actually come true.
I hope his suit's badass.
I'm hoping so.
I without a doubt, it's got to be. After seeing Scarlet Witch's suit, like how amazing that looked, like without a doubt, they have to make his suit look badass, and it better be like exactly the same from the comics. But I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah.
Like this is the last Disney Plus movie we get or show from Marvel that we get until like June, July, and then after Loki, who knows? I haven't seen the recent Loki trailer, but I heard it was really good.
It was pretty good actually. It was really interesting, and I'm excited at how this plot is gonna go through. Because I know there is a reference where he goes to the planet where they got the Soul Stone. And
Oh, really?
I heard, and there was a reference where you see Black Widow in there. Like a little teaser. I think that's what I remember from the trailer.
That's cool.
So I'm assuming, because there was like a thing, I think pretty much the whole plot of it is Loki's going to go return all the stones, apparently. Or at least the Tesseract stone, the Time Stone, I think. So
that would be interesting. Him
Yeah.
returning all the stones. Because I think I saw a small clip of him like coming back to New York, but New York was like destroyed. Something similar to that. So
because they're just trying to fix the timeline.
I think he's gonna interact with himself.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Like there was one where he's like an election or something like that. So I think like that's a different version of him that he's gonna have to like interact with.
So I know I'm sad that we're not gonna get another Marvel show. Maybe I'll just rewatch it. You know,
It's
for the hell of it.
Yeah, WandaVision seems like a quick binge too.
Yeah, that with like the freaking episodes are short as hell. So
But yeah, we'll be reviewing the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I believe I haven't watched the most recent Invincible episode yet. I heard it's amazing.
oh, it's pretty good.
But when that show ends, we'll also do a podcast about that as well.
Could probably do those two tomorrow or next time.
Yeah, well, I think Invincible has 10 episodes.
So we'll save that for last.
Yeah, we'll save that for a couple weeks. But I think next week we'll bring back something pharmacy related. Maybe even talk about Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Ooh, we can talk about what's going on with that stuff.
Yeah, got a lot of tea with that one.
We got that, and hopefully, probably stuff when we had our exam, because we have an exam next week.
Yeah, talk about finals.
Talk about our finals, how much we're gonna dread that stuff. So
Stay
excited,
tuned, guys. So until then, if you have any questions, reach out to our Twitter.
We're gonna post these on YouTube. Hopefully, we'll have comments. Post some stuff on the comments. What you think we should talk about next time.
Working on Spotify.
We're getting a Spotify account in the process right now, so hopefully that'll be there as well. So stay tuned. I'm really excited. We keep going with this podcast.
It's been a blast so far.
It's been so fun. I'm so excited we did this.
Until next time. See ya.